Hey, Dena here. So I know pigs in a blanket is about as basic as you can get, but since my husband loves it a lot, I tend to make it for special occasions, and I've come up with a few little extra things I like to do with it, so I figured I'd share it with you guys. So the ingredients I used here are Pillsbury crescent rolls. I used butterflake this time around, but I didn't really notice a difference, so feel free to use plain. Cocktail sausages, I use Hillshire Farms Little Smokies. I normally try to use the kind with bits of cheese in it, but I think it wasn't available at the time. My own addition is onion powder and garlic powder. I basically put that shit on everything. You'll also need an egg for later, and I recommend using a pizza cutter for dividing the dough. You could probably use a knife if you don't have one, but I find that the pizza cutter makes it really easy. I will actually put a link to the recipe I use, but I'll take you through the process anyway. So the first thing you'll want to do is pop open the roll of dough, trying not to scare yourself in the process. Seriously, some people get really freaked out about this, it's funny. Then you roll it out on a cutting board of some kind. I like to use this big flexible one. Now it's already 8 triangular sections, but you want to cut all the way through each of the perforated edges, and cut each of those triangles into 3 triangles. Sorry these aren't the best camera angles, I'm still learning as I go here. Anyway, at this point I use the onion and garlic powders. It may look like a lot, but the flavor isn't going to be all that strong. So now I've set up a workstation with the sausages in the middle and a baking sheet lined with foil on the right. I roll each sausage into a triangle, starting with the wide edge. Then I put each onto the baking sheet, with the point of the triangle underneath. The dough is going to rise when it cooks, of course, so you want to space them out a bit side to side, but the ends of the sausages can touch if you need the extra space in the pan. I was making these ahead of time so I could bake them a little later, so I covered them with foil and put them in the fridge. They don't need to be refrigerated, I just did that so I could get most of the preparation done early. So once I was ready to bake them, I beat the egg and brushed some of the egg onto the dough using the back of a small spoon since I don't have a pastry brush. You don't have to do this, but I like how it makes them look all golden brown and glossy afterwards. Then I put them into the oven, which had been preheated at 375, and gave them 15 minutes. After that, they weren't very well cooked, so I gave them another 5. After that, I tested one and they were still pretty doughy, so I gave it 5 more minutes. It ended up taking 25, even though the recipe said 15. I really think my oven is slow. This happens pretty much any time I bake anything. Anyway, here's what the finished product looks like. I made them along with some fries. The pastry part is golden brown and flaky outside and soft inside, and the sausages are nicely brown too. These are really addictive, and I don't normally much care for sweet hot mustard, but they are awesome with sweet hot mustard for some reason. Or regular mustard, or barbecue sauce, or ranch dip, pretty much anything. And here they are in the shape of a heart because I made them for Valentine's Day. Obviously this isn't the healthiest thing, but they aren't meant to be eaten every day, just once in a while. Anyway, if you found that informative and end up making them, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.